Alright, is this working? Also feeling kinda nervous. Let me see, maybe the music's too high. How's the volume? Alright, so it's working. Let's go. Great stuff, great stuff. It's blue waves, pink skies, and neon streets. How's it going, guys? How are we doing today? GTA community has it rough right now. If you go back in time and you told me that GTA 6 would release this far late in the future, I would legit crash out. I was 14 years old when GTA 5 released. And if you told me back then that you're only gonna play the next GTA in 2025, I wouldn't believe you if you told me that stuff. You really wouldn't get a positive reaction from me. I would just, yeah. Also, if I sound a little weird, it's because I'm kind of catching a flu right now, so I might be like, might sound what's the word? Nosy. I don't know what's the word for that, but yeah, when you're constipated. The real Kratos. How's it going, man? Hello. How we doing? First live stream. I'm a little nervous, but I'll do fine. And with GTA 6 being delayed like this, I talked about it in another video. People using several arguments. Oh, that it's because of GTA Online, or Rockstar just wants to use the Christmas market. I just said that it's none of those reasons. They just did it because the game is simply not ready. They wouldn't really delay for petty reasons like that. And it doesn't make any sense when people say, oh, it's because of GTA Online, they want to milk it. Like, GTA 6 is too big. Like, it's just gonna be huge. And it wouldn't make any sense to delay the game when that game is just gonna make a lot more money than GTA Online and GTA 5 currently do. GTA 6 Online will just be a huge explosion, because you look at GTA Online right now, it says McTannen said, I think they have like a skeleton crew working on that stuff. It's just bare and bones. You can feel GTA Online is on life support right now. There's just almost zero motivation to play that thing. And people are complaining. I saw on Twitter that, oh, they're reusing assets. Oh, they're just recycling. Like, of course they are. Of course they are. They're gonna do it because there's no reason to invest so many resources into a game that's just clutching clutching the GTA player base right now. It doesn't make any sense, because originally GTA 6 was scheduled to release this fall. We would be playing GTA 6 by now if everything was perfect, but it just doesn't go down that way. And GTA Online is just holding the whole player base. It's just clutching. It's really not meant to be the greatest thing anymore. I miss the golden times. I remember when I played on PS3, just in the sensation of playing a game like that, open world, and you had so many things to do. The map was the biggest at that time, and you could play with friends. You would make friends, play missions together, rob stores, things like that, just petty things. And it was amazing. Like, I met my very best friends in GTA Online back then, back on the PS3 era. And it's something I would not trade for anything else. It was really amazing. It was something new. It was something fresh. And honestly, I want GTA 6 to be like that as well. I want GTA 6 to start like that. People want, oh, businesses and stuff like that. We don't need businesses and things like that when we start in GTA 6. Really don't, because what's gonna happen is everyone is just gonna get into that and do nothing else. We need to start from the bottom as street thugs. That's what we need to do. Like, just like how GTA 5 Online started, that's how we need to do it. That's how it needs to be. All right, let me just make sure something here is fine. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I think we're gonna make a lot more friends in GTA 6 as well, because you have a lot more people that are gonna get into GTA, even those who are not currently GTA players. Some people started gaming in between like this period of Red Dead and GTA 6, and some people were never GTA folks. I know people who are like that. They're like, oh, I'm not a GTA player, but once GTA 6 comes out, I'm gonna give it a try. And it's gonna pull in a lot more people into the series, you know? That's what's gonna happen. And I'm all for it. Like, the more the merrier, as they say. I met amazing people in GTA 5 Online. Like, truly, like, life-changing experiences. I'm doing this. Like, I started my YouTube channel because of someone I played GTA with. Like, she convinced me the most. Like, all of my friends did. Like, oh, if anyone can do it among us, it's you. So they kickstarted. They always gave me the support I needed to start doing this stuff. And it changed my life. It wasn't just for this. It was a lot more. Even in my more private matters, they were always there for me. And it was back in rougher times, I would say. Like, you know how it is. Like, teenage years can be rough for some people. It was for me, unfortunately. But yeah. Like, I had those friends that I met in GTA Online to support me all the way. Yeah, they're amazing people, man. Like, I'm just so grateful, so thankful for what they've done for me so far. And they keep doing it. Like, absolute W, man. Like, alrighty. I'm thinking about doing gameplay soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow or something like that, but I'm torn between GTA 4, a GTA 4 playthrough, or a Sleeping Dogs or something like that. I'm really torn because, and one of the reasons is also McTannen, because McTannen didn't finish his GTA 4 playthrough, and I wouldn't really want to start my own without knowing for sure that he either gave up on his or he's gonna continue at some point. Okay, I can still do it, but, you know, I don't wanna, like, potentially ruin things for him. I was on Bug and Bab's live stream the other night, and people were talking about live events on GTA 6 Online. Like, events that are just like a one-time thing during a week or something like that. Like, maybe they talk to a singer or a stand-up comedy type of guy that does like these shows in GTA 6 Online for like a week, and then that creates FOMO. And we were talking about how FOMO is good to make people come back to the game. Like, it's always a great thing because you don't want to miss it. And it just keeps people, oh, I gotta join GTA Online. I gotta watch it, because if I don't do it, I'm gonna miss it. And then the only thing they can do is just like watch videos of people who recorded it or something. A GTA 4 knife-only playthrough. Jesus Christ, man. Imagine a knife-only playthrough. How am I gonna get through that GTA 4 heist? Like, tell me, how am I gonna get through that, man? How am I gonna get through? Like, I'm gonna have SWAT officers shooting at me, and the only thing I have on my hand is a knife. How am I gonna get through? That's borderline impossible. It is funny though, like it is funny. Like, if I had some wiggle room, like use knives only where it's possible, and then missions like that heist I can use guns, sure, like that's one thing. But if it's guns only from start to finish, that's kind of impossible. How am I gonna do it, man? Crazy work. Crazy work. Imagine if you had difficulty modes, and in the hardest difficulty, you couldn't have any weapons except knife. Like melee weapons, like knives, baseball bats, and things like that. That would be insane. Knowing the spawn position for cops. Yeah, I suppose, because they usually always spawn in the same thing, especially if the mission is like very scripted like that. Yeah, sure, you can pull it off, I guess, but I'm not really at that level. Like, I'm good, but not that good. Like, I could try it though, but I'm telling you right now, I'm just not the guy for that. I would die a lot and fail a lot, and I would waste everyone's time. But I'm sure it would make for some very fun moments and clips. That's for sure. But yeah, as I was saying, like with live events, they can do partnerships with celebrities, like they've done with the contract. You see, Dr. Dre is a key figure in the contract. They could do the same. Like, they could pull comedians like Cat Williams again. Cat Williams was in GTA 4. I think the other one was Ricky Gervais or something. And they could do something like that. So they pull them in, they record like this comedy show, and then they insert it in GTA 6 online and have it running for like a week. And then, yeah. McTannon's here. God damn. How's it going, man? MCT the GOAT. That's right. MCT's the GOAT, man. MCT. How's it going, man? Just flying, friend, brother. Gotta dash. I'll watch the VOD later. Get amongst it, Big Cheese. Thank you for the support, bro. Still kind of nervous, but yeah. I guess it's just like that thing. When you do it the first time, and the more you do it, the less awkward it gets. That's just the way of life. But yeah, GTA Online right now just feels dry. Like, I've seen the trailer. The trailer is just so bare and bones. It's also so short. It's like 17 seconds or something like that. And it's just, yeah, I don't feel motivated. I thought we would get more mansions on the type, like, you see Vinewood Hills, like those more classic type of mansions and stuff like that. I could be wrong. Those could be available, but if it's just like that model of like Devin Weston's mansion, yeah, that's a bit just it's a bit rough, isn't it? Like, I understand people complaining about it, but I also understand that they probably have like 2-3 people only working on GTA Online, just like 3 devs. It's a skeleton crew. And it's really stale right now. We don't have any news of GTA 6. They just delayed it like that, and unlike the last time, they didn't even release any screenshots, any trailers to just cushion the blow. And we're just left out here like this. And it's really, really dry out there. And it's rough not just for regular folks, like everyone as a fan, but also content creators, because what's gonna happen is we're gonna need to reinvent, and GTA folks, like the GTA fans, are gonna have to learn how to live with something else, like just having something else available, even if it's older GTA games or similar titles, like as I mentioned, Sleeping Dogs, or even just different genres like Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 is popping right now. I still need to buy that game, but it's really popping. Like, I was on Bog and Bav's, not Bog and Bav's, it was Sav's live stream the other night, and he was about to play Battlefield 6. I didn't stick around because I had to prepare some things for today's live, but he was gonna play Battlefield 6. And everyone has to start looking for new stuff to do, like more games to play. Because I'm having a hard time believing that GTA fans only play GTA. Like, you definitely play other stuff. Like, I don't know how you can live with just GTA, because as good as they are, there are many amazing games out there. Especially for campaign cowboys like us. Sure, you can also argue that a lot of games are just slop. Like Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is just... I don't even have the proper words on my mind to express how bad that thing is right now. It's been found out that they reuse a scene, I think it was from a movie called Battle of Los Angeles or something like that. So they literally grabbed the scene, because that movie, if I'm not mistaken, is about an alien invasion, but the aliens have like more grounded technology. It's not like super advanced stuff like hover, like spaceships that are just, I don't know how to say that. I'm not a sci-fi guy, but yeah, they have more regular technology, and they invade and they just start doing other stuff, and there's tanks on the streets, there are cars turned over and things like that. And what they did was grab that scene and people protesting as well, and they just kind of edited it just a little bit. There's a scene that has a tank stopped on a highway, and on the movie it has this bridge above it that's like from a highway, and it's destroyed. So they edited the scene and the bridge is not destroyed, but it's literally stolen from the movie. I think they're gonna get a lawsuit, like there's gonna be a lawsuit for that. There's gonna be a lawsuit. Hold on. Gotta silence Discord for a moment. Luck of the Irish. YouTuber Redux Cold. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. If he actually did it, I want to see how he pulled it off. Absolutely insane. Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm gonna think about doing that. Cercinio Kite, how's it going, man? How are we doing today? Friday afternoon over here. How many of you are Americans? Because I'm based in Europe. Like, I'm in Western Europe, not Eastern. Jesus Christ. I'm on Western Europe. I'm sure a bunch of you are American. But yeah, as I was saying, Black Ops 7 is a disaster. And it hurts me because before GTA 5 came out, Black Ops 2, because Black Ops 7 is supposed to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 2, Black Ops 2 is my all-time favorite Call of Duty game. And just seeing how they ruined the story like that, it hurts me because I had so many good moments, and I think Black Ops 2 had one of the best campaigns out there, and it's just such a disservice to what was one of the most beloved Call of Duty timelines, because they have sort of, they're like Marvel, they have like these different universes of some kind. So even some Black Ops, like as far as I'm aware, I'm not like a huge Call of Duty guy anymore, but as far as I'm aware, they have like these different timelines, and even some among the Black Ops, like the Black Ops line of games, they're not exactly in the same universe. I could be wrong, but that's at least the gist I have from it. I've heard people talking about it as well. And Black Ops 7, another issue is that they literally used AI to make those banners, like those player banners, where you have on the background, like of the profile and stuff like that. They have AI art that's not even touched up. Like, I don't have problems if you use AI, but as long as you touch it, like just tweak it a little, just try to make it a little original. Just, it's like War Thunder. Like War Thunder does the same. Like they use AI, but they have artists that then take those AI pictures and then they touch it up and they make it prettier. They make it consistent. But COD just, I don't know, man. They just grabbed that thing and just shoved it in there like that. It looks like Studio Ghibli, like those, I think it's an anime type. And it looks like Studio Ghibli's type of art. That's why they did. Like it doesn't even fit Call of Duty. You have things that have nothing to do with the franchise. For example, you have knights on a medieval setting, a medieval town in the background, with the fish, like they're fishing, and they have this huge fish that they just caught, and it has a helmet from a knight on its mouth. But the knight has a helmet on his head. Like, how is that his helmet then? Like, if the fish stole his helmet, he shouldn't have a helmet. It doesn't make any sense. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. And today, when I was checking McTannon's stream, like right by the end, we also had that conversation going on about the GTA 6 delay and the map size. McTannon was talking about them delaying the game because they just want to make it as perfect as possible. Perfection doesn't exist. That's one thing. There's always gonna be bugs. I appreciate Rockstar for being the opposite of what's going on in the industry these days, because there's a lot of early access slop where devs just like, oh, I'm gonna release this game even in the state it is, and we're gonna fix it later. And then you have people, like, it's getting normalized in an alarming rate, I would say. Like, it's really concerning how devs just grab unfinished games and release it like that, and then ask for a full price, like $70. That is peak insanity, in my opinion. And then you have Rockstar on the other end. There's just like, no. We're gonna delay it because we want to iron out every possible bug we can detect. And yeah, that's the devs we're dealing with right here. But once GTA 6 releases, there's always gonna be bugs. We're gonna see maybe like a texture disappearing here, or like maybe some funny physics stuff going on. And that's just reality. That's just how games are. Because when you're a game developer, you have a set number of people working on the thing. And what happens is, the less people you have to test and try to catch bugs, the less bugs you're gonna find. So the only real way for you to squash every single bug that you can see is to have the game released and people play it, because there is always someone that's gonna try something that you never thought of. That's just a fact. Like, do you guys remember? I don't know if you like how many of you were around when GTA Online released. GTA Online released with like a huge amount of bugs. And how do you think people found the money glitches and the RP glitches, but especially money glitches? Like getting into, like, I remember this one that you had to get into Los Santos Customs, and then you had to open, I think, the shark card window where you buy shark cards. You had to go there and you had to open it and maybe have it open for like a few seconds and then come back in some way. I don't remember anymore how it did, like how specifically it was done, but yeah, that's how it worked. Like, there's always someone who's gonna try something that you never thought of. That's just reality, and that's just us gamers. And we sometimes we even do it unintentionally. Like, we want to try different things. For example, I remember this one time because I play War Thunder. I have friends that play it as well, and there was this bug. So you earn XP. It's called RP. And what happened is, once you unlocked a certain vehicle and you had leftover RP, if you happen to open like a different window on the game, like a specific different window, when you close that window and you return to your tech tree, that leftover RP would disappear, but only visually. And if you kept playing and you logged out and logged in the next day, you would have the RP stored on the nation, on the tech tree itself, and not on any specific vehicle. So you could bank RP, and by banking RP, you could even store it for like future stuff that's coming, like because they do major updates every year and you have new content always rolling in every 2 months, and you could basically pre-grind, pre-unlock everything that was to come. And that was really funny. And what ended up happening was, some people in the community were aware of that and kept quiet because they were just taking advantage of the bug. But some actual, I don't want to say that word because I might get in trouble, but some actual idiot decided to make a TikTok video displaying that bug, and then it got patched. And everyone just started throwing stones at him in the comments and stuff like that, and his argument was, oh, it's not fair because only a few people know and everyone should know. But yeah, if everyone knows, it's gonna get patched. And then it ended up like that. But yeah, we had several money glitches at the time. I still remember there was one that you had, I think, to change your DNS or something like that in your network settings, or you had to disconnect or do something like that, and you just had, you were able to sell your car, you got the money, and if you disconnected and came back in, you would still have your car that you sold plus the money that you sold the car from. Like, it was just convoluted as hell. It was funny. It was really funny. So it was kind of, in a direct way, duplicating cars. You managed to sell one and then kept it and also have the money left. Like, just insane times. I bet it's gonna happen in GTA 6, but what I honestly hope we're gonna have is dedicated servers. Rockstar has the budget to pull that off, like dedicated servers, because peer-to-peer is just a dead form of multiplayer at this point. It's not safe. It has its advantages, but it's really not safe, and it makes it easy for people to just have mod menus and stuff like that, because GTA Online on PC is hell. You get in and you have modders just teleporting you inside cages and then blowing you up and things like that. And even the new anti-cheat doesn't really help, because they cracked that stuff, I think, in 2-3 days or something like that. Granted, there's like less cheaters right now, less modders, but they're still there. It didn't really solve the issue. it was just really a band-aid, in my opinion. But if they have dedicated servers, it's gonna make it easier because it's gonna be an ecosystem that's centered around servers that they control. And all those money glitches and stuff like that we have are all thanks to the peer-to-peer model that Rockstar uses to this day. And they need to have dedicated servers because, again, I'm gonna mention War Thunder again, but the dev team is like way lower. War Thunder is like a AA game. The studio is way smaller, and their budget is like way less than whatever Rockstar makes, and whatever Take-Two can muster. So there's no excuse to have the biggest game of the decade, and probably one of the biggest games of the next decade, still relying on a peer-to-peer model. It just doesn't make any sense to me. They need to have dedicated servers. I hope part of the delay is for this reason as well. I wouldn't mind, even if people complain like, oh, just give us the campaign and bring multiplayer like 6 months later. That's not gonna happen. That's really not gonna happen because whether we like it or not, especially us campaign cowboys, the future of GTA is online. Like, once they tasted the success of the current GTA Online back on the PS3, there was just no going back. There's no way they're just gonna focus on story mode anymore. I hope I'm somewhat wrong and they still bring story mode DLCs to the game, but I really don't count on it, to be honest. Like, every type of content that they want to bring, they're gonna bring it to online. Just like how it was with the current GTA Online. They even had a Liberty City DLC planned. There were even pictures, I don't remember if they got leaked or something like that, but even pictures of Liberty City and GTA 5's game engine. So a Liberty City map expansion was planned. I think it would be more like Cayo Perico, where you would go to the airport, catch a flight to Liberty City, and basically spawn in a different map. They wouldn't really exist in the same universe, quote unquote, because in games you have these, like, it's like worlds, different worlds, and that's how GTA pulls off its stuff. Look, Cayo Perico doesn't exist exactly in the same space as Los Santos. It's basically a copy of the same world, but it replaces the map. Yeah, Blind Fury, I think it's really just gonna be all online. And it's really sad. But I hope they realize that there's still potential for story mode DLCs, much in the vein of the Ballad of Gay Tony and The Lost and Damned. Like, at least 2 or 3 DLCs like that. It would make the game feel a lot more fresh. It doesn't even have to be a few months after the game releases. They can even do it like a year after or 2 years after, maybe canonically telling the story like 2 years later in Liberty City. And then maybe we even have a different protagonist or something. Exactly how it was with the episodes of Liberty City. That also brings in potentially new protagonists like Luis and Johnny. And I hope we get that. I hope we get it. Because it was really fun. I still play GTA 4 from time to time. Like, every year at least, I go back to GTA 4 and at least complete the story once. Both in the regular story mode and also episodes from Liberty City. Yeah, they lost interest in investing into single player. And you look GTA 6 Undead Nightmare, Jesus Christ. Like, I think there's huge potential for a zombie DLC, especially with the story, because you look at modding sites for GTA 5, you have so many different zombie modes, not modes, zombie mods for GTA 5 available. It's insane how great of environment GTA provides for a zombie apocalypse. Like something, imagine, I don't know if you guys know about Days Gone or ever played that game. It's an amazing game, by the way. I recommend anyone who hasn't played that game to go and get it sometime. Like, it's one of the best games and one of the best stories I've ever played with in a game. It's that and Ghost of Tsushima. Like, Ghost of Tsushima was just super amazing. But yeah, Days Gone, being this game set in the modern times with a zombie apocalypse going on, you also had survival elements. Imagine like GTA San Andreas. I'm working on a GTA San Andreas, sort of like a mini documentary, like how Dark Space made the GTA 4, like how GTA 4 was ahead of its time, documentary type of thing. I actually originally planned to make a GTA 4 video like that. Like, I was already making, I had the script like halfway, but then Dark Space released his video and I just scrapped mine. There was no way I could compete with Dark Space. Honestly. Like, Dark Space just nailed it. And I love his channel. Like, his videos are just amazing. There was no point in me making what would be essentially the same type of video talking about the same thing, but a watered down version, pretty much. Like, I would not be able to compete with Dark Space. His production value and his editing skills are just in another level. So I scrapped GTA 4 and I'm working on a GTA San Andreas one. And honestly, I'm taking some inspiration from Dark Space's video in GTA 4. But yeah, while I'm still writing the script for that video, but as I'm writing it, I realized how ahead of its time, like how truly amazing GTA San Andreas was and how truly ahead of its time was. Like, San Andreas is still basically the only RPG GTA that we have available, because he had all these mechanics, like CJ changing his weight. You could get buff, you could get fat, you could remain skinny, you could learn new martial art styles. You would start, like, people say there are 3 like fighting styles, but there are 4 in GTA San Andreas actually, because when you start, CJ can only have like that street fighting type of style. Like, it's not really a martial art, he's just fighting willy-nilly. But once you go to the gym in Ganton, you can learn boxing. And once you unlock the other cities, you go to San Fierro, you have this kung fu, karate type of stuff. And that's how it is. You learn new martial arts and things like that. You can also cut your hair and have tattoos and all that kind of stuff. Like, GTA Online has that, but I don't think it matches the amount of haircuts that GTA San Andreas still has to this day. It's absolutely insane. And even car customization. It took until the Lowriders DLC to have hydraulics in GTA 5 Online. And even then, it just doesn't work the same way. It's not funny. Like, it's not as fun as San Andreas is. Like, you grab a Lowrider in GTA San Andreas, and the fun you can have with that and the goofy stuff you can do is just off the charts. Like, GTA 5 just doesn't compare. Like, sure, it's like, you can argue it's a bit more realistic, but San Andreas is just the amount of mechanics you have there. Like, CJ could lose his weight. Like, you were fat, you would go on a treadmill, you would lose your weight. Like, your body fat would go down and stuff like that. It's just insane. You would also get buff, but you also needed to have some level of body fat. Because I remember one of my, like, I was just a kid, honestly. I remember I made CJ buff and I didn't want a single percentage of fat on CJ. Like, I just wanted him pure buff. But what happened was, once I was goofing around and CJ got hungry, you would lose your muscle because basically you're not eating protein and you don't have body fat to burn. So your muscles would start to shrink pretty much. You would lose your muscles. Like if you actually survived until CJ was like until your health bar was just barely above death, pretty much. So it's insane. It's really insane. Yeah, the cheats are also something I'm talking about, like I'm gonna talk about in that video. Like I already have it on the script. We also still have the most amount of cheats and the best kind of cheats in GTA San Andreas. I think on PC you're only missing one, because I remember on PS2 there was this cheat that could make your cars float on the water. Like you would turn your cars into boats. This cheat is apparently not present on PC, and it's the only one. Like if it exists, it's not anywhere out there that I've seen. Like I've looked in forums and stuff like that, and I just haven't seen that cheat yet. Maybe I need to search for it better. Like I need to look better into it, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. But yeah, you had like crazy cheats. Like there were so many of them. Some were even just cosmetics and useless. Like you could turn every car into a black car. You would have like, I remember where I grew up, like then like it was back in the time where we had those cheat sheets. Like you had a sheet of paper, like a sheet of paper that you would get from friends at school, or maybe your older cousin or something like that. They would just write the cheats down for you, and if you lost the cheat sheet, you were screwed. Like you could not fool around with cheats anymore. I remember this one time that my cousin also had GTA San Andreas. He was a little older than me, and we both had the game. And what happened is he wrote the cheats for me on that sheet, and I took it home. I used it for a while, but then the paper just started getting like really rough around the edges. Like it just started looking like a piece of trash. So I had it always folded under my desk. And my mom decided to do some cleaning one day, and she just grabbed that sheet of paper and threw it away. And I almost cried, man. I almost cried because my cheats were gone. I still I managed to memorize the ones that I used the most, but like that cheat sheet had so many cheats. I just didn't have all of them on my mind. Like I didn't really memorize all of them, and I almost cried. I was like, dear God. And my cousin lived on the other side of the city, and to go there in the middle of the week, it was hard as hell. And back then, my parents were kind of struggling a bit. So it was a time period where my parents didn't have a car available. So my dad was doing everything on foot or just calling cabs here and there. And I couldn't go to his place. And back then, we also didn't really have this whole social media stuff available for us. And to get him to write the cheats on a message in those like old ass phones, yeah, it was just not gonna happen. It wasn't gonna happen, trust me. Those flip phones and stuff like that, like you had the actual buttons to write your message. You had to click the same button multiple times to change the character that you want to type. Insane times. Like all the kids today could never imagine those times. Just amazing stuff. You broke GTA San Andreas on your PS2. Oh, with the all attack siege. Yeah, some cheats. You had to be careful with some cheats in GTA San Andreas, because some cheats were permanent. Like, there was the most notorious one was that riot cheat. You would make all NPCs riot, and if you saved your game with that cheat active, it would just never disable itself. That was insane stuff. Like, if you saved it like that, you would have riots throughout the streets forever in that save. You pretty much needed to start a new game. That was absolutely mad. I found that out in the worst possible way. Trust me. I had to start a new story. Like, I had to start a new game. Yeah, that was insane. It was really insane. There was also one, I don't remember if that also remained active if you saved, but if you could combine cheats. So if you activated the one that all NPCs attack CJ, and you also activated the cheat for every NPC having a rocket launcher, an RPG, bro, you were in for some rough time. You were just not making it out on the street. That was a most insane type of shit I've ever seen. You see, when I don't know if you guys play GTA 3 as well. I think when you finish the story, or when you kill one of the mafia bosses, what happens is the whole area, like the whole turf, the whole territory of those gangsters, those mafia dudes, if you go through that area on foot, but especially on a car, they're just gonna absolutely rinse you with their assault rifles, because the assault rifles in GTA 3 are OP. They're like miniguns in GTA San Andreas. They do so much damage, and the fire rate is so high that they're just gonna rinse your car in a matter of seconds, like 3-4 seconds, and your car is just on fire. And GTA 3 is so finicky with you getting out of the car, and just overall mechanics and stuff like that. You can't get out of your car without it being stationary. So if you're just speeding and they get your car on fire, you're pretty much dead, because until you stop and get out, yeah, you're dead meat, bro. GTA 3 is just insane. GTA 3 is insane. I'm still surprised that they basically didn't improve any mechanics when they made the trilogy. But then again, that was a lazy type of job, to be honest. Like, Rockstar just outsourced the development of that thing to the wrong studio, and then they did what they did. It was insane. Like, I was looking forward to GTA trilogy because of nostalgia, and they just went and absolutely ruined it. It's way better. Like, it takes more time if you're on PC, for example. It takes more time for you to properly understand how modding works on GTA San Andreas. But once you are able to mod GTA San Andreas, once you know basically how the game works, and you're able to mod GTA San Andreas, you can pretty much make your own remake, sort of. And that's what I did with mine. Although, since I had to change my storage, like I had a 1 terabyte storage, and I needed more space because of editing and installing new games and new apps. I had to change it to a 2 terabyte storage, and that's what I did. But I pretty much lost my GTA San Andreas because I kind of forgot to back it up. I still have my storage, but like my 1 terabyte storage, because I bought an adapter that turns my old storage into an external one, so I can still access my data. But I don't know, something just got ruined in there, because if I try to copy GTA San Andreas back to this storage and try to run it, it just fails. It just gives me errors. So I think I have to start from scratch. But it's absolutely insane. San Andreas is just an amazing game still to this day. Like, it's ahead of its time. You have so many RPG elements in that game. It's just really insane. Let me check one thing. Even the map design, it's still the only GTA that has 3 cities, like 3 different cities. You have each city with its own atmosphere and even weather. Like the sky colors, literally the sky colors in each city look different. Like it's always foggier. Like usually it's foggy in San Fierro and not in other cities. You have specific missions that that occur throughout the story that you have fog in other cities as well, but usually it's only San Fierro that has fog. And sandstorms are exclusive to Las Venturas and the outskirts. Tad Boy. Like, here's the thing. There's rarely stupid questions. That's a fact. And the best ending is the revenge ending. The revenge ending is the one that you kill Dimitri before the last mission of the story. It's the one that you go to the ship, you don't accept the deal, and you just go and kill Dimitri. And then what happens is later Pegorino shows up at Roman's wedding and tries to shoot Nico but ends up shooting Kate. And that's not only the best ending, but also the canonical ending, confirmed, because GTA 5, like if you play GTA 5, you also see on Jamie's computer when you complete the story, you go to Jamie's computer when he's sitting on the kitchen, and you can spot, like if you take a sniper out and you zoom in, you can see Niko Bellic is on the screen and Roman is there, like he's wishing Roman happy birthday. So if he's wishing Roman happy birthday in 2013, then Roman is alive. Victor Vallejo, how's it going, bro? First live. I was kind of nervous, but I think I managed to carry this out. Jesus Christ, it's almost been an hour. Holy shit. Yeah, but that's the canonical ending of GTA 4, because if you do the deal ending, where it's the one that you make a deal with Dimitri and he screws you over anyway, and then he ends up killing Roman, you go and kill Dimitri, but what happens at the end is that Roman dies, you don't have Roman, Kate, which you were supposedly supposed to be dating after the story, like you can still go out with her, she still comforts Nico and stuff like that, but sometime after, she calls Nico breaking up with him. That's what actually happened. So yeah, and you can also notice this in both of the endings in the last mission, like the last missions. If you do the deal ending where Roman dies, the last mission is like it's raining on the last mission. Like you go to the I don't, like, what's the name of the island? Like the island that has the Statue of Liberty, like happiness statue. It's raining, like it's grim and dark. But when you do the revenge ending and you end up killing Pegorino at the end, the sky is clear, like you have a blue sky, like the weather is fine. GTA 4 is amazing. Like GTA 4, I still think GTA 4 has the best story, like among all GTAs. For me personally, it's the best story. After GTA 4, it's GTA San Andreas. It's not even GTA 5, it's GTA San Andreas. For me, GTA 5 and GTA Vice City are kind of tied in their story. Like they're really good stories, but not at the level of GTA San Andreas and especially GTA 4 for me. Absolutely not. Yeah, the deal ending is terrible. Because what ends up happening is you might excuse yourself like, oh, I want to do the deal ending because it gives me money. Except that you get that amount of money anyway on the revenge ending. I think Nico gets like a check or something from Pegorino. I think I don't know where that money comes from, to be honest, but I still don't think any amount of money. It's not like you have a lot to do with money in GTA 4 anyway. Like, you just pile it up, and you can't really buy cars and things like that. You can't buy houses, so it's not like you have much to do anyway. And it's not worth it to have Roman die for that amount of money. Like, I really love the dynamic between Nico and Roman. They're cousins, and yeah, it just feels like you have actual family in GTA 4. When you play GTA 4, I don't know if you guys felt this, but when I play GTA 4, I'm like super immersed in that game, and Roman feels like an actual cousin I would have. Like, I have some cousins of mine that are like that. they have some traits of from Roman, and it just always felt wrong for me to have Roman die. It just feels wrong, and it's proven years later that it's not the canonical ending. The canonical ending is the one that Roman survives. I hope GTA 6, like the endings that we have available for GTA 6, are not as clear. I would say they're not as obvious as they made it in GTA 5. Because in GTA 5, you were with Franklin, Jesus Christ. I'm about to dive into my jet pilot mode here. Flankers, Jesus Christ. You were with Franklin on his mansion, and then you had Steve Haynes and what's the other guy, Devin Weston, show up, and each asking you to kill a different guy. One wants you to kill Michael, one wants you to kill Trevor. And you would just pick one, like you knew what would happen. And that kinda, for me, it kinda made the endings of GTA 5, the ending options of GTA 5, a bit less impactful. Because in GTA 4, the first time when I played it, I didn't expect things to go down the way they did. Because if you made the deal ending, you wouldn't know that would result in Roman dying. And if you made the revenge ending, you wouldn't know that would end up with Kate dying. So it was left in the air, like the consequences came after. You didn't know what would happen. And that for me made GTA 4, like the ending of GTA 4, far more impactful. You just didn't know the consequences. And then if you happen to make the deal ending, you would just have to live with your choice. Or if you didn't have a save game before the deal ending, you would pretty much have to start the story anew. You were kind of screwed if you didn't want Roman dying. Victor Vallejo, yeah. GTA 4 story, like GTA 6's story, to have elements. Yeah, GTA 6 should have the best elements of GTA 4 story, GTA San Andreas story and mechanics, and also Red Dead 2's and even 1's realism. For me, that is the perfect GTA combination. That's what we need. But GTA San Andreas is borderline RPG. Nah, I don't quite agree with that, but it's fine. Like I get your point, Ted Boy. Like you want the ending to be sadder and to have more reason to kill Dimitri, but honestly, the way I see it, there's already plenty of reasons to kill Dimitri by the time you choose revenge, because Dimitri kidnapped, burned Roman's house and business. Then he kidnapped Roman. And he did so much, like so many other things to inconvenience Niko Bellic throughout the story, that by the time you have the revenge ending available, like the revenge option, it's already justified, more than justified. Dimitri's just a huge psychopath. I don't think they nailed. It's Dimitri and Frank Tenpenny. There's just no better villains than those two. In my opinion, GTA 5's villains, like GTA 5 doesn't have villains, in my opinion. Like there's a difference between villains and antagonists. GTA 5 only has antagonists. Neither of them actually scare you. They don't feel like they could inflict enough damage and inflict enough bad consequences on you. If you get what I mean. Like it just it doesn't feel that way with GTA 5. But in GTA San Andreas, you were afraid of Tenpenny. Like whenever you faced Tenpenny in GTA San Andreas, you were on your toes for what would happen next. What is Tenpenny gonna do? Like the first time when Sweet gets shot and he gets arrested, and Tenpenny takes CJ to the boonies. Yeah, you were afraid of consequences. When that happened, I was afraid of returning to Los Santos. I was like, oh, what if I return to Los Santos? Am I gonna get a wanted level? And I even tried to go back to Los Santos. I think it's one of the stages where the riots are going on. And that's one of the consequences of rising gang violence in the story. So you have people that are fed up with the gang violence and the unsafety of the streets. Greg Shoemaker. Hey, I've seen you before. How's it going, man? Yeah, you just subbed to my channel a little ago. Briefly watching my tennis stream earlier. He mentioned your channel. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the support. It's the first live stream. Honestly, I was nervous, but I'm more chill now. I didn't even think I would last 30 minutes, but here I am. Yeah, I'm grateful for the support, man. It really means a lot. Like, I'm trying to get this channel to higher levels, and maybe one day I can live off this. Yeah, Jordan, you don't really feel any sort of fear with Devin West and Steve Haynes. Like, they're kind of posers. They feel like, oh, I'm scary. Like, they brag, they talk too much. Like, they're like dogs that bark but don't actually bite. Like GTA 4, like Dimitri was dark as hell. You were actually afraid because he did so many things to inconvenience Nico throughout the story, and even some smaller things. You were always afraid of the next move in GTA 4. And with how GTA 4 is like, where you have these strangers and freaks, you even have that video I made with Eddie Lowe. Like, you had psychopaths out on the streets and junkies. You were always afraid that maybe you would get a random event, a random encounter, where you wouldn't have your life screwed up, basically. Tad Boy, Vicig, you should do a face reveal one time. Honestly, I don't plan on making that anytime soon. I'm gonna be real with you, because I value my privacy, and also I work in aviation, so I'm not doing this full time. Basically, I don't want my image online to be tied to my job, pretty much. You see, like I appear in front of many people every day, and having them know who I am online and stuff like that, it's kind of like I'm kind of separating things. I'm splitting things. I don't want my real life deeds to mix with my online deeds, and vice versa. Like, it's even less about privacy, but more about that. Maybe one day, but not anytime soon. I don't really plan on doing a face reveal. Sorry about that. Sorry for anyone who's expecting that anytime soon. Jesus Christ, there's someone drifting with a bike outside. Holy shit. Yeah, but I don't really plan it. If anyone's expecting that, I have to apologize for it, but I don't really plan on doing a face reveal. Victor Vallejo, I'm so proud of you, Vicey man. Love seeing you, fellow bros. Getting recognized, big love and support. I thank you for the support, bro. I really do. I never expected to be at this level right now this year. I expected to have my channel monetized and stuff like that like October next year, but it happened this year. And it's just, for me, it's just amazing. It's just absolutely crazy how I managed to pull it off this year. I didn't expect it myself. And my first live, yeah, I was kind of nervous when I started. Maybe if you go back and watch it, maybe you can notice I was more nervous, but I'm more chill now. Like, it's as I said, like every time you do something for the first time, you're more nervous, but you get used to it. The more you do it, the more natural it feels. That's just a way of life. But yeah, I also want to ask you guys. I plan on doing some gameplay, like maybe GTA 4 or Sleeping Dogs. What do you guys want to see? I want some answers. What do you guys want to see? Like a GTA 4 playthrough or a Sleeping Dogs playthrough? I've played GTA 4 more times than Sleeping Dogs, to be honest. Like I played Sleeping Dogs back on the PS3. I finished the story, and then I let my friend, like he's like a super close friend, he's like a cousin, he borrowed the game. And a few days later, burglars went into his house and just stole a bunch of stuff, including my Sleeping Dogs CD. So I lost my game like that. It sucks, but I couldn't even get mad at that situation because it could happen to anyone. Anyone could get their house broken into and have their things stolen, and I would never want to just ask him, oh, you need to pay me back, you need to give me my game back, and like that's not cool. I wouldn't do that. Maybe if it was something like super valuable, then maybe I could say, oh, I'm gonna give you some time, but I need something like that back. But a game, like a CD, like a game like that, you can always buy that later. Like, and especially because I felt as if his house getting broken into was also my house. Like I used to spend a lot of time there, and I felt, like I hope I can say this word. Like I felt violated, man. Like that just, it hit me too. Like Sleeping Dogs, my Sleeping Dogs copy was the least of my concerns, to be honest, because they stole some TVs, they stole his console, the router, they stole a bunch of stuff. They managed to get some of it back, but not all of it. And the guy's, by the way, the guy's getting married in a few days. Like this was years ago. We're all grown up now, and he's getting married. So yeah, time flies. Time really flies. It's mad. In 1 year, we're gonna be playing GTA 6, hopefully, if it's not delayed again. Tony the Stinger, my bro Tony, how's it going, man? I thought you would be here earlier, but I guess something happened. It's fine though, it's fine. What matters is you're here. Although I'm probably not gonna stay for that much longer, but yeah. If you guys don't know, I mean, you most likely don't know, Tony the Stinger here, he's an OG. We go way back, like 11 years. Tony was one of the first real friends I made back in GTA Online on PS3. So it's been 11 years. 11 years since I met this guy, and he's always been like an older cousin, like an older brother. He's always been there. Yeah, Tony. when I met you, you were just 19 years old, I think. Yeah, that's what it was. 19 years old, and you just turned 30 this October. Tony here finished high school. He ended up finishing his degree at university. He got a job. He got married. He had a kid. All in the span between GTA 5 and GTA 6. And GTA 6 is not even out yet. That is some crazy stuff. Insanity. Just absolute insanity. GTA 6 gonna just make people realize I'm about to reach Unk status as well. Like I'm gonna be 27 next year. 27 years old playing GTA 6. Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, time really does fly, and especially when you're an adult and you have all these different responsibilities and you start working and you start doing other stuff. You have chores. Like GTA 6 getting delayed is one of not your main concerns. You can live with that. Although prayers for everyone who's not gonna make it to next year to play this game. Unfortunately, people have to lose their lives every year. Like that just happens, and it's just really sad that I know some people are not gonna make it to see that game, but who knows? Maybe it's just better off that way, I guess. But I'm saying this because I'm a believer. Like I'm a believer, so I believe if when you die, you go and rest and you go to some place better. So I don't know. It's just a way of life. Yeah, we're all getting older, Victor. Yeah, we're all getting older, and unfortunately, time doesn't wait for anyone. Vice Sig, don't moan about being late 20. It's good age. Nah, I'm not complaining. I'm really not complaining because I'm a lot wiser than I was when I was just a teenager. But it is just, and especially being a man, like I believe we men, like our peak is in our mid 30s or something like that. So we men have more time to get our life together, I guess. But yeah, I'm not complaining. I learned a lot of things. I wouldn't be here if I didn't know what I already know. Time is a bastard, as Dutch says. Yeah, time's a bastard. And you look at what happened to Dutch in Red Dead 1. Like how he ended up. Like Dutch aged like milk. Then with all the deeds he made in Red Dead 2, it was only natural Dutch was gonna end up the way he did. Like I could smell it. But of course, we first knew what happened to Dutch in Red Dead 1 because Red Dead 1 happens to be a sequel. So we already knew he was gonna end up like that, but yeah, seeing the perspective we had in Red Dead 2 and then comparing to how he ended up in Red Dead 1, yeah, it was to be expected, to be honest. Like that's how life goes for someone like Dutch. Alrighty guys, get some of your questions in, some of your comments, because I'm gonna end the stream very soon. Yeah, RDR1 Dutch looks like a creep. Yeah, he looks like a hobo. He looks like someone I wouldn't want to get close to on the street. Like if I saw someone like that, I would be like, I think he's gonna try and steal my wallet. He's gonna assault me. I don't want to get close to that guy. I know you shouldn't judge people based on looks, but you just have some stereotypes and you just have some types of looks and some types of appearances that you know, like, it's not a good idea to get close to this guy. Yeah, if Hosea and Arthur saw that version of Dutch, I don't think they would be surprised necessarily, especially with how things ended up in Red Dead 2. I don't think they would be surprised exactly, but man, I think they would just be really dumbfounded in a way. I don't know, maybe that means the same thing, but yeah. Yeah, John could have killed Dutch, but I think it's better that he didn't. Because what ended up happening is Dutch just, like, he created his own downfall. The way Dutch ended up was the perfect way for someone like him to end up like. Red Dead is just such an amazing game. I need to play it again, like Red Dead 2. I only played it once. But it's mostly because it takes a lot of time for you to properly play Red Dead 2. Like it takes a while, and you need to invest that kind of time into Red Dead. It's a slow-paced game, you know. You can get a lot more done in a game like GTA or Cyberpunk 2077. And Red Dead, you have your horse, you have all these realistic elements, and it takes a while for you to traverse the map. And it's just like that. If you're someone that works and does other stuff, it can be rough. But yeah, Red Dead is really amazing. I need to find time to play that game again. Maybe I do it through a live stream someday. But yeah, we GTA fans, not just GTA content creators, we GTA fans. As fans, we're all fans. Except maybe Mr. Boss for the win. He's just farming that stuff. But as true fans, we're gonna have to cope and find other stuff to do until GTA 6 releases, because the scene is just dry. The lake is dry. Jordan, yeah, to be honest, I wasn't into Red Dead 2 when I tried it the first time back in 2019, but now it's one of my favorite games. Yeah, exactly. I was exactly the same, because when I got Red Dead sat on my, like, it just sat there for at least like 2 months. I tried the game. I got through the snowy part, like the first part of Red Dead. And I even tried online for a bit, and then I just ditched the game. I ditched the game for a while, and I only happened to replay it much later during COVID, because during COVID I was still in university, and we happened to not have classes for a while. Everything was online and simplified, so everything was easy. There was nothing to do, and just locked up at the crib, locked up at the house, nothing to do. Yeah, I'm gonna do Red Dead. And that's when I did Red Dead, and I really loved it. I think it's one of the best stories out there, like truly one of the best stories. It's for me, it's, I don't know if I can exactly put it on first place, because these 3 games that I'm gonna mention, like they all have amazing stories. I don't think I can really put one over the other, but Red Dead 2, Ghost of Tsushima, and Days Gone, they have some of the best stories I've ever had the pleasure of witnessing in a game, in my opinion. Like 100%. There, for me, at least until a better game pulls it off, which is hard these days, because these days you have all this slop with games, like as I mentioned at the start of the stream, like Black Ops 7. Like the campaign, the story just doesn't make any sense. It makes 0 sense. And a lot of other games are just infected with political agendas and stuff like that. It just sacrifices. You sacrifice a lot of the narrative, a lot of the story to shove agendas and stuff like that into it. It's just, yeah, it's not really. It's really not looking good for AAA gaming, especially these days. I'm actually surprised because Battlefield 6, even though it's, yeah, Battlefield is not usually a campaign focused game, but it has a good campaign from what I've seen, and it's a mostly online game. But Battlefield 6 is one of the, I think it's this year's best release so far, to be honest. And it's not even a story based game. It's not really focused on that, but it's the best game we've had this year, in my opinion. Ghost of Yotei is also really good. Like the story is really good. I've played that game, I've finished it, and I think it's amazing, but it like doesn't really compare to Ghost of Tsushima. Even though it's a better game, like it's a sequel, at the technical level, it's a better game because you have more mechanics, you have more details available to you, you have different weapons that you can use, but the story itself just doesn't surpass its predecessor, like Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, that for me has one of the best stories. And I got some flack for saying that. Like, you have, I don't know if they're fanboys, just Sony fanboys, or they're just like politically aligned with some stuff. Like, I don't know, because Ghost of Yotei isn't really that big on politics and political agendas and stuff like that. I don't think it is. I haven't seen anything inherently wrong with that. But you have fanboys that pretend or try to force into you that the game is perfect and every aspect of it is better than Ghost of Tsushima. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but in my opinion, the story of Ghost of Tsushima is just, it's superior. And it's not by a tiny margin. For me, it's by a significant degree. For me, Ghost of Tsushima is one of the best written stories ever. And I got some flack for saying that. Like, oh, and like even The Last of Us. Like, I really like The Last of Us 1. I think it's an amazing story, but the way they went about it in The Last of Us 2, they ruined the story for me. And the way Joel went out, like the way he was killed, it was just a disservice for everyone who was a fan of the franchise. And when you criticize things like that, you can also get some flack from fanboys because they accuse you of things that have nothing to do. Like, it wasn't even that long ago. I think it was last week or something like that. I got it because I criticized The Last of Us 2 for having its story ruined. I was accused of hating women. Yeah, like, people accused me of hating women. It was like 2 people. They accused me of hating women. But how do I hate women? My GTA Online character is a female. Like, I play with a female in GTA Online. I played the OG Lara Croft games back on PS2, the Tomb Raider games. I really liked it, and I'm excited to play with Lucia in GTA 6. How do you come to the conclusion that I hate women when I'm criticizing like the narrative aspects themselves? It's not even about Ellie being, well, a homosexual. Like, I don't have any problem with that, and it's not even the criticism that I have about the game. I just think that the way they made Joel die and how the ending in The Last of Us 2 was, because Ellie ends up killing so many more people to go after Abby, and then she ends up sparing Abby. Like, what was the point of the chase then? It just doesn't make any sense. And I don't need any studio to lecture me that revenge bad. No. If someone does to me what Abby did to Ellie, I would go scorched earth. Like, I would not spare that mofo, truly, because the way Joel died was already bad enough, but there was no redeeming factor. Like, the ending did not redeem the way Joel went out, like, if you get what I mean. Like, it just doesn't justify, because if Joel went out in such a pathetic way, then the least they could do is have us end Abby at the end. But not even that. Yeah, Jordan, like The Last of Us 2 is an amazing game from a technical level. From a technical level and the gameplay mechanics, like everything about it is superb. It's really amazing. But the story, man, is just it's just not it. It just ain't it, in my opinion. But I'm used to it. Like people are just like that. When you criticize something they're diehard fans about, they just go ape shit. But I'm a diehard fan of GTA, but you can also be level headed. You don't have to go ape shit about it. Like people, if people make fair criticism about GTA, like it's all fair, and I agree. Like no game is perfect. Like every game has its flaws. I still remember when GTA 4 released. I'm a huge aviation guy. Like I love airplanes. Airplanes are like my favorite thing in this world. And my biggest criticism of GTA 4 is not having airplanes available, and especially when I was younger, because one of the one of the reasons I used to get GTA was because it has planes. GTA Vice City and GTA San Andreas do. And back then, when I got GTA 4, I expected to be able to go to the airport and manage to get into a plane and fly around, but that was not possible, as we know. So I was kind of disappointed in that aspect. And for me, GTA 4 back then ranked lower because of that than it does now. For me, I think to this day, it's overall like one of the best GTAs, tied with GTA San Andreas. I think it's the best narratively, like the story is the best, and for fun and the mechanics available to us, GTA San Andreas takes the cake. Absolutely, like you cannot compete with GTA San Andreas because GTA San Andreas has so many elements that are usually present in games. Like only one or two of those elements are present in a given game. But GTA San Andreas has so many of them just packed into the same game. It's insane. Like the parkour that you have in GTA San Andreas is better than GTA 5 because you can jump from one roof to another, and if it's just at the edge, you can just grab it with your hands and stuff like that. GTA 5 doesn't do this. I don't know about GTA. I think GTA 4 does it well. I think GTA 4 nailed the parkour really well as well. Like it's really really good in GTA 4. But San Andreas and GTA 4 have better parkour mechanics than GTA 5 in my opinion. And then you also had what I mentioned, the whole body weight stuff and the other mechanics that are present in San Andreas, like fast traveling with airplanes. For example, you go to the airport, you manage to pay a ticket, and you fly to another city, and each city has its own weather, pretty much. In GTA 5, you go to Sandy Shores, it's the same weather all around the map. Like if it's raining in Los Santos, it's raining in Sandy Shores, and it's raining in Paleto Bay. Like I get it. It's real. It's more realistic like that because GTA 5's map is not that big. But yeah, it's just like that. GTA San Andreas, the map design GTA San Andreas has is truly amazing because you have the cities that are evenly spread, and the spaces you have between them, you also have smaller locations. You have towns between them, and you have multiple roads that can lead to the same place. So you can take at least three routes driving to San Fierro. You can go like behind the Mount Chiliad. You can go to the highway and drive to San Fierro through the highway behind Mount Chiliad. You can go to the roads in front of Mount Chiliad, or you can go through the bridges and in the outskirts of Las Venturas, and then take the bridge, the red bridge, and then reach San Fierro that way if you want a longer drive. The map design is just amazing because you can pick and choose which route you want to take, and every time you do, you just see different things. It's not like GTA 5. GTA 5, you have the same roads essentially. Sure, like when you're going out of Los Santos, like you have mainly two ways of going to Sandy Shores. But yeah, it's not like GTA San Andreas. GTA San Andreas, you had a combination of roads and the things you could see. Oh, I'm gonna go to San Fierro. I'm gonna go to Las Venturas this time. You took one road, and if you want to go back, you could take another road, and you would see new things. And that's how GTA 6 needs to be. From what we've seen, like we have Vice City as the main city, of course, but you kind of have these bigger towns or even smaller cities spread around the map. And I hope we have multiple roads that can lead to the same place. And every time we drive, we're able to see different things. Especially with the level of realism that we're meant to have in GTA 6 and random events or random encounters, you can just have really different experiences every time you drive from one place to another. That's how it needs to be. Yeah, killing off Joel was really bad. And you were given, like, you had so much rage, you had so much willpower to kill Abby, and then spare, like, by default she's spared at the end, so it's not really like we were not even given the choice. Like I would understand if it was optional, like, oh, kill or spare Abby, but we were not even given that, and it's such a shame. Some people are unhinged. Same here. I love female protagonists. Yeah, the issue is that most studios, most games these days, they just bring you a female character for the sake of it. There's no proper writing. Like they're just poorly written characters. And when you dare criticize that, you're labeled like a woman hater or something like that. No, it's not that. It's really not that. You don't have to be like, you don't need to hate women to make fair criticism about a flawed, a poorly written character. Like people just try to gaslight others to accept that, like, sloppy job, but you don't have to. Like, we don't have to. Jordan, I don't know how most companies these days just give you a female characters just for generic revenge plot. Yeah, it's just how it is. Look at Ghost of Yote. Ghost of Yote is an amazing game. The story is still good, but the revenge, like the revenge type of story, has just been so overdone at this point. Like it's just, oh, woman that has like went through a traumatic event in the past. Now she's like her reason to live is revenge, but revenge bad. Revenge is bad, so she needs another reason to live, like a proper reason to be happy, find happiness, whatever. Like, bruh, it's just I could see it a mile away. It's kind of a cliche. Like I still like Ghost of Yote. I think it's a great game. I had a lot of fun playing it, but it's the reason why narratively it just doesn't compare to Ghost of Tsushima, in my opinion. Ghost of Tsushima is just, for me, sure, you have revenge, like you have revenge throughout the story because you're betrayed by your best friend and stuff like that, but it's not the the central point of the story. The main goal for Jin Sakai is to liberate his land from the invaders. It's not revenge. It's not the motivation. It's not the factor that drives Jin to do what he does. Whereas in Ghost of Yotei, the main character Atsu, she's like her whole reason to live is to kill the kill those who killed her parents. And she even thought initially that her brother was also killed, but turns out he survived. I'm giving spoilers here, but I think most of you already know this, or you don't care enough to play the game. But yeah, it's just like that. It's the whole central point of the story is just revenge, and it's been done so many times, so many times. The Last of Us 2 is like that. Ghost of Yotei itself. You have other games out there, and I bet Intergalactic, that next game Naughty Dog is making, like Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet or something like that. I bet it's gonna also be revenge. Like revenge is gonna be the main thing about that game. Everyone enjoys a good revenge story, but honestly, it's just like these days the revenge stories are like playing it safe, you know? Revenge stories are playing it safe. And it's just been so overdone at this point. But I don't know. It is what it is. If that game, I think that game's gonna fail. Like Intergalactic did not have a good reception. If you're excited for it, go for it. I'm no, but like I'm a nobody to tell you not to get that game. And if you like space stuff and enjoy that kind of stuff, go ahead. I personally, I'm more of a fantasy type of guy. I'm not really huge on sci-fi, spaceships and stuff like that. I don't even like Star Wars, for example. I might trigger someone like with this, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm not a Star Wars guy. I just don't really give that much of a damn about it. And it's just like that. But I love Lord of the Rings, for example. Like I really, really love Lords of the Rings and Lord of the Rings, I mean, and Harry Potter. Like I really love those. It's more of my thing. I enjoy some level of technology. Like as I mentioned, Black Ops 2 was one of my favorite games. I think the level of technology was good. It was more advanced but good, not too overdone. Cyberpunk 2077 is also really good. It's more futuristic, but it's not really that far. Like it's not really unbelievable. I'm gonna say, like, I believe by 2077 we're actually gonna have everything the Cyberpunk 2077 has shown us. Maybe even more. Maybe even more. I don't know if you guys have seen those insane robots that they're making right now with synthetic skin, whatever. Like the skin looks like so real, and it's scary. It's truly scary. Like we're heading to a time where it's just, yeah. Oh, and I forgot, like I forgot music actually ended. There's no background music. Holy shit. Like I'm so distracted. I'm waffling here and I'm distracted enough. Jordan, I really, really hope the writers don't kill off Jason mid-game just so Lucia could get a revenge mission. Yeah, I really hope they don't do that. I mean, it could be an option, could be one of the endings. It could also be the other way around. It could also be Lucia dying and Jason finishing off whoever killed Lucia. It could be both ways, but knowing Rockstar, we're gonna have an ending where both survive. GTA 5 was like this. GTA 4 also had a happier ending, but yeah. Although GTA 4 doesn't truly have a happy ending. Like they're both bad. It's just that one is better than the other. It's just how it is. Because if it's not Roman dying, it's Kate dying. And there's no option where both survive. So we could see something of it, but since they're protagonists, those are secondary characters, like supporting characters and stuff like that. But since they're both protagonists, I think we're gonna have an option where both survive. Maybe there's gonna be one where both die, and then they do that thing that they do in most games these days, where they take you, like you finish a story where both die, and then they take you back before the point when they die, like before the mission that they die or whatever. I can see them doing that. Alrighty, we're 1 hour and 45 minutes almost into the stream. I didn't even think I would last 30 minutes, to be honest. Absolutely mad. Absolutely mad, guys. You guys actually helped carry this stream. Like I already had some talking points, but I ended up rambling even more because of you guys. So I'm gonna thank you guys for being here and for showing the support. I don't think I can be as consistent with live streaming as McTannen is, because McTannen is doing this full time. I have a job, so I can't do this full time just yet. I can't be as consistent, but one day, hopefully, I'm gonna be able to do it. That is the goal. That is the dream. The dream is to live off of this, doing what I love the most, gaming. Although, yeah, I do enjoy my job, but yeah, the goal and the dream is to live off of YouTube, being a content creator, because I enjoy this. I enjoy getting my points, my ideas, my vision across. Even if some videos don't end up getting as many views, but it could always be way worse. So I'm really, really grateful for where I am right now. Like you guys that are subscribed, and you guys that are here watching the stream today. Just absolutely crazy, man. I thank everyone for the support, even the ones that are not here yet, because not everyone has to be available for a stream. But we actually killed it today. We actually killed it. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions, you can send them and I'm gonna reply, but I'm about to end this very soon. So get your questions, get your comments in before I decide to end this. Oh man, it's getting cold. By the way, Blind Fury, right? You said you're based in the UK, didn't you? Yeah, UK. How's the weather over there? Like, it's getting cold. I'm based in Portugal, by the way. Like, it's getting colder by the day here. Like, if I don't wear socks, my feet are gonna turn into popsicles. It's absolutely crazy right now. Sometimes during the mornings we have a lot of fog. And it's just annoying as hell to go out. Like, you don't have the willpower to go out, but it's life. You gotta do what you gotta do. Soon we're all gonna be walking around like ninjas. Gotta cover our noses and throats so we don't get some type of flu or whatever. My aunt last year got pneumonia, so yeah, it's rough. Jordan, what is the first thing you'll do when you load into GTA 6? I personally am going to explore the keys and check if they have a place based on the abandoned Fort Jefferson. Honestly, I don't know. I think I'm gonna just try and do the missions. I'm gonna drive around the keys. If the map happens to be locked, I'm gonna try and do the missions to unlock the rest of the map, pretty much. And then what I'm gonna do, what I want to do, is go to the airport and see what planes they have available and then I'm gonna try to steal a plane to fly it because I'm curious. I want to know which planes they might have, like new ones in GTA 6, but also how the plane physics, the plane handling has improved in GTA 6. That's what I'm curious about. I'm a big aviation guy. You guys, some of you guys probably know that already, but the ones who don't, you're finding out here. And don't be surprised if it keeps coming back. It's always gonna be a topic. Aviation is part of my daily life, and it's a thing that I've always been passionate about. I wanted to be a pilot when I was younger. Right now, I'm not even sure. Like it's really expensive to get that going. Getting a pilot license, it's really expensive. Maybe if this channel grows and I start getting some good amounts of money off this, maybe I can at least do the basics, like a private pilot license where you just fly those tiny Cessnas and stuff like that. I would at least want to have that. But airline pilot, I'm not sure if I want that kind of life anymore. Especially with how air travel is these days. It's a little chaotic, and I would say, like, as sad as it is as an aviation fan, like a big aviation geek, I think air travel has lost its glamour. Like it's really not what it used to be. It's just not the same. Air travel has lost its glamour, its shine, it's all gone. Now it's just a bit of a pain in the ass. Like you have to get through security and you have to get through other kinds of stuff, and you have so many things that could inconvenience and delay you, and it's just it's not the same. Jordan, let me just say I want to just take things in slow and just explore the keys. Yeah, and that's absolutely fine. I want to do the same as well, because the part of the keys that we've seen on screenshots and stuff, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, and it would be a waste to not explore that. I will do that, of course, but also missions and stuff like that, and I want to go to the airport. I really want to do it. I want to fly a plane in GTA 6. It's just my nature. I'm a big aviation guy. I just have to do it. I have to do it. Although, to be honest, I am torn between either exploring the map. Like I would like to live stream GTA 6 when it comes out and stuff like that, but I don't even know what I want to do. Like, do I want to get through the story like as as quickly as possible? Or do I want to take my time, chill, and explore Vice City? Because I don't know, like maybe exploring would be better, because most people will probably watch the bigger YouTubers, bigger streamers playing the story. I think that's just gonna be how it goes. And we smaller guys are probably gonna be better off just doing the opposite instead, taking our time and exploring the map and seeing places. I think it might be the smarter thing to do, to be honest, because you can't really compete with the bigger guys. So if they're gonna be speed running the story, essentially like going through the story as fast as possible, then there's no point in doing the same exact thing, because they're just gonna watch the big guys, and if they see you as a smaller guy doing the same thing, they're gonna be like, oh, he's doing the same thing, I'm not gonna watch this, I already watched it. So yeah, I think it might be more interesting if we smaller YouTubers, smaller creators go around exploring the map, and maybe we might even find things before anyone else does. Like I could be, I'm not saying I will, but for example, me or McTannen, we could end up going to different parts of the map, and McTannen could end up seeing maybe like one of the mystery things. I don't know, like the skunk ape, whatever, that was leaked. Maybe he sees like a weird creature, he finds a spot you can get into, and maybe I can find some kind of ghost or whatever. Like it's just how it's how it's gonna be, I think. I'd suggest taking your time because you'll probably regret not doing it and you'll be shocked by how much you missed. I speak from experience with Red Dead 2. Yeah, it's honestly, it's as I just said, I think I might lean into taking my time exploring the map because the big guys, the bigger YouTubers and creators are gonna be the ones speed running through the story. I think that's how it's gonna go. It's just how it's gonna be. That's reality. Like most games that come out, they do that stuff. It's just how it's gonna be. Some of them are not even true GTA fans. That's what's kind of, I wouldn't say quite annoying because everyone has the right to play whatever, but it's a bit disheartening as a GTA fan when you see someone that's like a huge streamer, a huge creator, and he just gets a lot of views, even though he's not passionate about the franchise, he's not passionate about the series, but he ends up getting most of the views because he's just that big, he's just that popular. And he might not even be like a fully, like a true fan of the franchise, but it's just how it is. What can you do? That's how the internet goes. Alrighty guys, we're approaching the 2-hour mark. Jesus Christ, I wanted to end this even before. I didn't even expect it to last 30 minutes. But I guess this just means that I have what it takes to stream, I suppose. Because McTannen said once that if you're able to yap for about 31, not 30 minutes, but 1 hour, an hour and a half, then maybe you got what it takes to be a streamer. Yeah, Jordan, most streamers just rush. They just take advantage of the hype and to get the views. And it's all fair, like it's not wrong to do that. It's just how the systems are made. And I would do the same if I were a big streamer. I would do the same. Like I can't really point fingers, but yeah, like it's a bit disheartening when you know, oh, this guy's just doing it for the clout. Yeah, like, and you're sitting out here, you know you're a bigger fan of the series or the franchise, and yeah, you don't get as much attention or popularity as the guy, and it's a bit disheartening, but it's just how it is. Yeah, they're just gonna be, that's it? After rushing and just speeding the game. Like, yeah, that's it. Because you didn't do any side activities. You didn't do any exploring. Of course that's it. Like, even if the story is like, if the story mode is like 60 hours on average, let's say, like the story from start to finish is worth 60 hours. They're gonna do it in maybe 58, 60 hours. And we mugs are gonna do it in like 80, 100 hours because we just take our time exploring and doing side activities. It's just how it's gonna be, and I don't blame anyone. Like it is what it is. The big streamers are just doing what makes them popular, what makes them money, and that's just how it is. I can't really complain. It's why the goal is to try and get as big as possible, this channel as big as possible, before GTA 6 releases. I'm also hoping, like, McTannen has also grown pretty nicely in the past 2-3 months. And I'm happy to see him grow like that. I'm really happy to see him grow like that because I believe McTannen might hit close to 50k or even 50k by the time GTA 6 releases. My goal is pretty modest. I would like to at least hit 10k. Like if I have 10k subs before GTA 6 releases, all good for me. Like it's good enough for me. And especially with the delay, like I felt a bit more pressured with the original release of May 26th, but now not really. And I already have a PS5 available here, but it's more of a everyone plays that PS5. So it's not really my PS5. It's not meant for me to make content on it, like properly at least. So my goal right now is to try and get myself a PS5, probably a PS5 Pro, hopefully, so I can make content and I can stream when GTA 6 comes out. That is the main goal. All right, we're 1 minute, less than a minute from 2 hours on the stream. We absolutely killed it, guys. I can't believe how fast time flies when you're talking like this, when you're streaming. So yeah, I didn't even expect to last 30 minutes again. As I said, I think 3-4 times. Didn't expect to last this long. Holy shit. I actually made it. So clap to you guys for helping me carry the stream. Absolutely mad. We killed it. Not bad for a first stream. We ended up having 44 views. Not bad at all. But that's it, guys. I'm working on 2 bigger videos. One is GTA San Andreas dedicated, as I mentioned. It's why GTA San Andreas was ahead of its time. And the other one is the whole history of aviation in the GTA franchise. So one is dedicated to GTA San Andreas, and one is gonna be all GTA games so far. Like even GTA 1, if you guys don't believe this, maybe like I'm giving info that was only gonna be in that video when that releases, but whatever. If you guys don't know, GTA 1 supposedly has a helicopter, but it got scrapped, so you can only spawn that helicopter with a trainer or something like that. Like you need like a mod menu to spawn that thing, and you spawn the helicopter, but it handles and behaves like a car, so it doesn't properly have helicopter physics, helicopter handling. And that's gonna be in that video. Like I'm gonna mention that. It's gonna be there. GTA 1 was supposed to have a helicopter. GTA 2 doesn't have anything, but then we start with GTA 3 with the Dodo that has the clipped wings and stuff like that. You guys are gonna see on the video. But yeah, guys, I will thank you for being here, for supporting me. Not bad for a first stream. I expected less than half of the views that I have right now, but yeah, not bad. And I thank you guys for all the support. Look forward to more. I can't promise when I'll do it again, and I plan to have some gameplay as well sometime soon. Maybe GTA 4, maybe Sleeping Dogs. I'm still debating on which I'll do first, but yeah, thank you guys for being here, and I'm gonna see you all on the next stream, or the next video. I would say next is gonna be a video, not the stream. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Wish you all a nice weekend, and peace.